Yes, who is somehow still alive. Hi guys, apologies that it actually took this long, but yeah, as you know, it's been a pretty rough last couple of weeks, so very rough. But hi Mav, hi Porcelain, hi Evie, hi. I got Tally here as well, and some person I saw you actually follow. You probably don't know the full story about everything right now, but there has been some shit happening, needless to say. We're gonna take this time to actually kind of go over both. This is a way of being able to make sure that everything is working okay. I've been very lucky and very blessed to be able to have the people, show a lot of love and support, and have a, great deal of me being able to actually rebuild everything, almost literally. Yeah, so there's been a lot. The robot voices, everything. Oh no, hang on. Oh Jesus. Hang on. That ended up screwing something up. Oops, there we go. Is my voice sounding okay? Everything is just not working properly. Oh my gosh. So, hey, Fallen. So, it's good to see you too, Porcelain. Thank you so much. And Maximus, hello. So glad to be able to catch a stream. Also, is the auto-tune effect intentional? No, I saw right there, it actually ended up, it is called magic chords, apparently. So there we go. My voice is back. A bit echoey, but probably due to the location. It's definitely because of the location. I can tell you that for sure. I mean, if anything, I actually can, I do have, some filters to be able to actually throw that down some, but we'll see. That's another thing, is I wanted to be able to actually make sure that everything is actually working properly. What's up, Fallen? How's life treating you? Yeah, I'll talk about that. I'm alive, I'm well. My cat is over here sleeping on a blanket. Everything is all good. You can tell that everything is actually looking very different in terms of the location, as well as I think the blur seems to be looking okay for the most part. So I wanted to try to, this isn't my place, okay? This is my uncle's place. If you're not aware, this is my uncle's being very generous and allowing me to stay here for for the time being. So I guess let me go ahead and run into that real quick, just to kind of give for the people who are unaware, and we're gonna get more deep into the details. I don't have a problem sharing that stuff, because I see some person right there actually saying some stuff as well, like asking if I'm good. So for the uninitiated, 2 weeks ago yesterday, my home that I bought back in August, moved in October, burned down, and everything with it. Everything. I was able to get out with my phone, a pair of shorts. It's really cold out. My shoes, no socks. I was able to throw a coat on. It might be hard to see, but I mean, Mochi ended up cutting me up pretty bad. It's healing some, but yeah, she was really scared. And that's it. That's all I got out with. No carrier. I didn't even get my car keys or anything like that. So I was pretty much, yeah, I had nothing. And that was a very rough moment right there. SOL shout out a lot. Yep. Glad you two at least got out. Materials is just material, even though it's yes. And because of that, I'm actually okay talking about this for the most part. There's still a lot of hurt, and I'm not gonna sit here and try to suppress that. That's there for. It's gonna be there for a while. But it is. It's been thankfully a lot easier to kind of to kind of swallow everything and be able to move forward. And we're gonna go up into that message right there. Holy shit, what the fuck? How does that even happen? Is it insured? Are you gonna be able to recover? So that is the thankful stuff right there, okay? To kind of get the good stuff out of the way right there. I was insured, yes. Thank God. As a first-time homeowner, even then, I was just like, no, like, I could cut corners. I don't want to. I don't want to do that at all. In fact, I think you're required to if you own the home. I'm not entirely sure, but still. Yeah, so it was insured. I did get that payout. I do have living expenses that they were able to actually give me, so I can actually pay my uncle, who has been very, very generous in being able to actually let me stay here and for rent. And it is oh shit, I'm sorry. Okay, hang on. Well, let me hold off on ads just for right now. Hang on 1 second. Oh, much love to you too, Evie. If you remember, John used that effect with the power cords stuff. That was another thing. Whenever I was actually setting everything up, like, I have a brand new, pretty much my whole set here with an included third monitor that was given to me. Still got to get a lot of my other stuff back. I was able to actually get an even better CPU. And then my old graphics card, got that too. Yeah. Much love as well. I'm hella enjoying your rocket VODs. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's one of the things that ended up getting lost, and that's something that I could have done better about. I opted out of OneDrive, a long time ago, whenever I actually started that PC. Just because it was such a hassle. It was such a fucking pain. Like, just the constant notifications, as well as nothing really saving. I reached 5 gigabytes, no problem, quick and easy. So I definitely needed that, because fuck Microsoft. That's another reason right there. Yeah, I don't like Microsoft at all. They killed the console that I was like a diehard believer for. Now their games suck. I still think Fable's gonna get canceled. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. If some person is back in, then I'll go ahead and get back into the topic at hand. So anyways, insured, I got my ELA, which is expendable, or no. What are they called again? Expendable living arrangements? Something like, it's money to be able to actually, like, pay for the living situation outside of it. So all of that is going to be going to my uncle, who is letting me live here. And I feel it's a really nice place. It really is. And I feel like I feel like it is kind of a bit of imposter syndrome, a little bit, if I'm gonna be honest, because I've always been like, whenever I'd been here, it's because of family gatherings and all that stuff, and it's good, it's fine. But I feel like I'm cramping the style here. It's completely fun. Completely furnished. I have what I need. He's allowing me to stay here when he's I love my uncle to death, but he's very much he's very much a man who's like business first is what it is. So I was fully expecting him to, like, if I had asked to actually stay here, it would have been like it just changes a lot of things, and you would have to end up paying $1,000. I'm not gonna tell you how much I'm actually paying, because it's less than that. But I mean, like, just going through all this stuff. No, not at all. Him and my aunt were very, very generous, and to be honest with you, again, love them to death. I'm not calling them out or anything like that. It's just that's how they operate. Yeah, that very much was not what I was expecting. W uncle, yeah. Definitely a win right there. And I feel bad because I know if they end up coming here, and this is gonna be, I'm a guest here. There's a guest room and then there is a master bedroom. I have no problem sleeping in the guest bedroom, and then just anybody who ends up coming in, they take the master bedroom. I'm technically not supposed to be here, so my whole setup is on the dinner table. I have everything all good, and it feels a little weird because I have everything all plugged in, everything all good to go, and they come in and they would see all the shit that's here on this table, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but I don't want to go without my streams or my PC or anything like that. I didn't want to. Which, speaking of that, yeah, as I mentioned, PC is gone. OneDrive, I opted out of, and because of that, I had everything on an external drive. That external drive is gone. So, lesson learned. I'm still not going to use OneDrive, but I'll probably use, I don't know, Google Drive or something. I mean, that at least will be yearly. It'll be what, for 100 gigs, like, because I don't need that much. I really don't. It was like $16 or something like that. I don't know. I'll have that there. It's very cumbersome to use, but yeah, so I am still kind of at reset. You might end up noticing that there's no channel points to be able to use. That's because I don't want you guys wasting any points or anything like that. None of it would work. I was thankful that this ended up actually staying, all the scenes and everything like that, but I still had to get everything all set up and make some changes, and try and get some things just ready and set up. The only thing that really hasn't been, like, that has not survived were my channel points, everything on Mix It Up, which love to death, but I'm gonna have to end up redoing most of that, as well as the timers, as well as the commands, all that stuff. It's a hassle. It'll be fine though. We'll be good. Did you check the internal disk of your last PC? If the GPU survived, there could be a chance that did. So, let me, nothing was salvageable at all, period. Some of my controllers made it out, but I mean, they were caked in nothing. Literally the day after, because of the water damage and all that stuff, and also because it froze literally that weekend. Like, it was just caked in mud, everything. So, to actually kind of give some brief showing here. So, did capture some things I'll be able to actually share. This room right here, this unit right there was mine. I should have mentioned that. We have no idea why it happened. And frankly, there was going to be an investigation. Now, not anymore. And we still, I don't know. It's both frustrating and just exhausting to know that that's the case. The only thing that I can assume actually is that somebody was irresponsible with their fireplace. And the only reason I can assume that, personally, I think it's pretty clear that that is the case, but we don't know who did it. I mean, the day before, I might need to turn that down, sorry. I might be a little too loud. I don't know if I'm blowing out the mic. I'm noticing my levels. I still gotta set those things up. The only thing, I'm sorry. The day before that, there was a message that ended up going out like, "Hey, free firewood behind this building." And so, I don't know. Like, it just doesn't seem to be clipping. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Don't worry, because I saved my channel points, so I never redeemed anything. Well, hopefully we'll be back up. I'll get more into it here a little bit later. Hopefully we'll be back up come maybe a week or so. We'll see. Were you home when it happened? I was, yes. In fact, I was ready to start I sat down, and right before I was about to hit live for my my Rocket stream, yeah, that that ended up going off. A little before, and I guess I probably should have seen this as maybe a sign, is that Mochi, my cat, was acting very erratic and very much like, I thought she was just basically being a brat, like just, trying to vie for attention, trying to do this, that, and the other, and all that sort of stuff. Just being a cat, a lot of meowing, a lot of running around, all that stuff. Didn't really think much of it. Cut to about 9 o'clock at night. I was about to hit live, ready. It was like right there, right about to hit live. And then I noticed the smell. That was the first thing I noticed. And it didn't smell like food. It didn't smell like, like incense or anything like, no. It smelled like burning. Like something was wrong. I stopped, and in my office area, I just like kind of looked outside of my room, just into my dining area. Stopped, just kind of waited a little bit. Right there, the smoke alarm started going off. I ran out, ran to my front window, looked out the window, and saw nothing but orange. Nothing but orange. That glow that you're seeing right there, it's exactly the color that I was seeing. I slipped on my shoes, put on my coat, ran everywhere to try to find Mochi, and I was starting to panic because she likes to get in the cabinets, open them up, and start hiding into places. And I was having a tough time finding her for the first 2-3 minutes. Trying to call for her. I was really scared. It was really, really bad. So finally I saw her and found her. And of course she fought me with it, tried grabbing her, and I had to just kind of force it. But yeah, she scratched the hell out of me and then bit me and all that stuff, and had to grab her and take her out. Yeah, so went outside, not this fireplace, but the one that is like right over here was on fire. It was just completely ablaze. That's so terrifying. It was very scary. That right there, literally I had said, and I guess now I can be literal with it, I had said over and over again, it's like, okay, if ever I'm in a burning building, first thing I'm grabbing was my cat and I'm getting out. Well, I did exactly that. So much so, I left my wallet, I left my keys. I mean, there was nothing else I grabbed. So yeah. It's crazy how cats sense so much earlier, and I'm willing to bet that she was sensing that. Yeah, so just to actually show a little bit more right there. Firefighters were able to make it to scene. There's all that right there. And it got to a point that, waited. My neighbor was nice enough to let me keep my cat in her car for a little while, but while we're waiting. But of course, even when we were trying to get her out, she was extremely terrified, was even hissing and trying to swipe at me even then. And that's pretty much what was left right there. Literally, that's my unit right there. Ended up stretching over. The roof ended up caving in, as well as the third floor. And when I heard that the third floor ended up falling down, I was like, it's all gone. That's it. And I have a reputation among my friends of being not to be a downer on this, it's just it's amazing how this shit ends up working out for me. When I have a reputation of being incredibly unlucky, when it comes to my, just like some of the most insane of instances, just whether it's out and about, oh, hey, I did this, I was doing it over and over. Some person walks up and then they do it instantly, no problem. I've had bad luck when it comes to cars. I've had bad luck when it comes to relationships. I've had bad luck when it comes to and it always seems like whenever things are starting to swing up, it's like, okay, everything's looking good, and life is just like, oh, no, we can't have that. That's this was about a time whenever I was getting consistent with working out, when I was eating well, whenever I had my whole setup and all that good stuff. I bought my first home, and there it goes, all of it. So there's like frustration that comes with that. That still, yeah, it still ends up kind of taking place, which is not fair to actually. That's a personal thing, really. I have wonderful family and friends, including you guys, who have been incredibly supportive, incredibly supportive, and like I am so thankful and happy for everything. I mean, hell, I wouldn't have been able to actually rebuild everything here, and as well as like kind of upgrade, if I'm going to be honest. I don't even need to buy furniture at the moment, not until then, you know. That was the day after. You can see in. My microwave survived. Who wants a Hot Pocket? And then they had to demolish the building because, yeah, like I said, they didn't even get a chance to actually do an investigation because apparently, the building was, you know, buckling and about to fall over, which is understandable if that's the case. You know, it is. I don't even have BMO to. Okay, you get a big hug, Evie. You get a big hug. That's what you get right there. Oh, thank you so much, Evie. You are so incredibly sweet. Much love to you. Thank you. It's yeah, there's been a lot that's happened. Yeah, the building ended up was gonna buckle, and apparently BMO didn't survive the fire. I mean, he's here technically in the system, technically, but no, BMO didn't survive the fire. No. The only thing that survived the fire, by the way, hi Amp, you just realized you didn't end up making it in here until now. The only thing that survived the fire was me and Mochi, and a coat. Technically my clothes too, okay? I didn't walk out into the cold, you know, butt-ass naked or anything like that. Yeah, so they had to destroy and demolish the building because it was apparently about to buckle and, you know, be a problem for the surrounding buildings. And yeah, that pretty much encompasses all of that right there. It's frustrating because I want somebody's head on a fucking pike for destroying my goddamn what I worked for. I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to see, like, I want heads to fucking roll, dude. Like, I just want something. Oh my god. Yeah, so I don't know what happened with the fireplace for somebody. They said that from the fire report that it was like second floor. Weirdly enough, second floor in the attic. There is no attic. What the fuck are you talking about? So yeah, it's a lot. It's been a lot, needless to say. Yeah, exactly. To kind of actually hang on to show again. If I were to think about it. You were too hot, burnt the whole building down. Now, if I was as hot as you, I'd already have like a hole into the earth. Let's be real. The sexiness too much for this. Same goes to you, Mav. Same absolutely goes to you. If I was like half as sexy as either of you guys. Yeah, so I can only assume when they're talking about the attic, they're talking about this section right here. That like little pocket in between the the ceiling right here and then going in. I can only assume that that's what it meant. Even then, it's a second floor. What the fuck? It doesn't have that section. It's the third floor. What are you talking about? It's just so freaking weird. Anyways, I can admit that you know, coming out of it, and I mean, I don't think anybody would be expecting anything less than this, honestly, was coming out of it, I pretty much hit rock bottom. I was pretty much in a state of despair, to put it dramatically, but I don't really know how else to really put it, honestly. A complete depression hit fucking rock bottom. you know, I'm one to not ask for help from people. I will preach that to people plenty of times. Get help. Be sure to ask for help. If you need my help, please be sure to ask me, and I'll be able to do that. No. My responsibility is my responsibility. I deserve every bit of punishment. Like, I ought to be flaying my own back every single night. That is what I should be doing. That's what I deserve. I don't know why, but that's how my brain ends up working for some reason. Having a photo of your new place burning is kind of hardcore. Heartbreaking, of course, but hardcore. I could tell people that I was like, I fought the flames with my own bare fists. Cat in hand like this, and I took my fists and I'm like beating them back. Exactly like that. Yeah, no, you don't deserve it. Thank you, Max. I believe it. Yeah. We'll say that. So, yeah, there was a big outpouring of help from everybody, including even now from Miss Evie. Much love to you. What the hell? That's a new emote. Hang on. That's such a fucking weird emote. What is that? You're the best, Evie. Where was I going with that? Yeah, a bunch of help, including now. And it was very overwhelming. Very happy about it. There is some of that guilt that is there. I'm not gonna sit here and deny any of that, because I sit there and I'm like, I need to pay people back. I need to do something, but hell, even my coworkers wanted to actually do a GoFundMe, which they did end up doing. I allowed them to do so. No, I was kind of against it to begin with, because no offense to anybody who has done a GoFundMe, but sometimes it ends up feeling like it's kind of taking advantage of people. So I felt kind of iffy about it, like you're taking advantage of a situation almost. Thank God my dad ended up actually talking me out of it, saying like, what is the problem with wanting people, letting people wanting to help you, well, there should be no issue with that. And I don't know, after him saying that, I was just like, okay, well, I'll go ahead and let it go. And yeah, it's been helpful. That was enough to be able to help me rebuild all this, really. So it's rebuilding, to go back to what you ended up saying right there, Max, what you ended up mentioning. Oh, I just missed one from Vault. AI reports me fuck, you know how like AI is so... I have said before that AI may, and I've emphasized may. I am against AI of any sort, like for creativity and stuff like that, but it may have been a little bit better for, maybe okay and beneficial for searches. And then I get proven wrong 3 times now. Trying to find like something where it's like, you have the resources. I know you can find this thing for my stream that I've had before, and I used it, and it was like, it got worse and worse and worse and worse every single time I ended up searching. I'm like, and I'm done. I can't fucking do this. So that's out the window. Dante's Inferno, more like Dante versus Inferno. Damn straight. That would kind of hurt. Did you hear if it's being rebuilt or something else being done? So with that, it is going to be rebuilt. And I'm hoping, I think my uncle will be generous enough for it, but I'm hoping I will be able to stay here for all that time because it would help me tremendously in terms of like funds and stuff like that. It will be rebuilt. They are going to get back with me and like coordinate with me on helping with like, selecting floors, tabletops, cabinets, stuff like that. I think insurance will end up helping with that too. I'm not entirely sure. Excuse me. It's gonna be a while before that ends up happening though. I want to say the time frame of when all of that stuff will be done will be 1.5 to 2 years, something like that. So as long as my uncle, who is saying that yes, staying here will be, will be okay for that amount of time. I need to reiterate with him. I completely forgot. I need to actually tell him for sure that is going to be the case. Yeah, so if that's going to be the case, then I will probably be here for the time being for a while. That is a lot of time. Thank God you have people to support you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Em. Yeah, not fast stuff. Not fast stuff, that fast stuff. What? Hold on, am I reading that right? That makes sense. Not fast stuff, that fast stuff. That stuff is not fast, is what? Oh, okay, God. I was like, am I stroking out? What's happening here? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, it'll take a while. There's a whole process with all that stuff, so I mean, it's gonna be some time. Let me also tell you a little bit about like getting this set up. Like I got gifted a big PC that was, that already had a bunch of stuff, and I did end up having to gut some things, including the graphics card, and I ended up getting a new motherboard with the CPU and stuff like that, and all great, fantastic. I feel bad because one of my coworkers ended up gifting me that, and I'm basically keeping the case, power supply, fans, cooler, and memory. And that's not anything to scoff at whatsoever. But in terms of like chunks of change right there. But yeah, that ended up, I feel bad because he gifted me like the Mobo and all that stuff. And, I ended up, replacing all of that because I had thankfully the funds to be able to do so, which also, before I get ahead of there is some guilt with that as well, with some of the donations and buying like, this replacement as opposed to doing something about my living situation. But it's like, if I have it, then yeah. I miss when I made my PC from before, because I want to say altogether it costed me like, and I'm just gonna ballpark it, really. I want to say it costed me close to like 2,500 to 3,000, something like that. Good luck with everything. I gotta get back to work. Hey, some person, thank you so much. Or if you have any personal preference in how you say your name, I'm gonna call you. I guess I'll call you Person, if that's okay. But thank you so very much. I apologize that it took this long actually to get back into the streaming space, but I appreciate you nonetheless. Thank you so very much. All right. I might not be playing Rocket because all that data is gone, but I mean, we'll figure it out. It'll be good. Something will end up turning up. But thank you, man. All right, much appreciated, and thank you for stopping by. I'd say since streams make you happy and maybe also thoughts away from the situation, heck the guilt. There you go. Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm saying as well. Hell, even my dad, who is grown to be very understanding about my gaming and streams and stuff like that, is he was just like, okay, let's work on trying to get your stuff back, like that, because this is your comfort zone. Like that's what you ought to do. Oh, that's what I was gonna mention. Without with the motherboard, the RAM, the graphics card, all together, that right there, plus the monitor, streaming equipment, stuff like that. I fucking hate the world so goddamn much. $6,000. This is where we are today. I didn't even buy the case or the cooler or any of that shit. Oh my god, dude. And all I can sit there and think about is like half of that could have been used for something fucking else. Why, man? It was gifted. I should not feel guilty, but there is some of that guilt there still. Yeah, what a horrible time to need to replace a computer. What's funny about that too is that I made the joke, like what Max ended up saying there. I made the joke the week before for my for my computer, my old computer now, the situation with all that stuff, and I mentioned, I was like, man, I'm lucky I ended up getting 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM for like 150. This time it costed me like 400, 500 bucks. Fuck, dude. Sorry if I asked stuff that you've already talked about. No problem. No. If you missed it, then no problem. Was there like important paperwork you have to replace now? Do you have anything to make potential processes? You know, it's funny you mentioned that. It is funny you mentioned there is something that did actually end up surviving. I can't believe it. Like, I got really fucking lucky with this. I can't believe I forgot about this. When we went to go see, my best friend ended up, one of my best friends ended up coming in from Corpus to show support and love and all that sort of stuff and help me out and everything. And he, my parents and I ended up going back to the rubble, and we ended up just started looking through some stuff. And my mom, as I'm sitting there to kind of hang on, I might be able to actually see. Okay. I can actually show a general idea of where everything is. Let's see. Fuck AI, man. Definitely. That's too good for AI. We cuck AI. I don't even know if they are worth even cucking right now, Evie. I think they're just good to just, be, I don't know, the incel that AI should be, and just, be hated forever. Anyways, when the building ended up coming down, bedroom was back over here and everything. Well, I'll get to that here in a second. My mom, as I'm like sitting here, like kind of like looking through all the rubble and everything, my mom and I were back over here, and we noticed by this tree over here, so it would have been like over here, there was a step ladder, like a 3-step step ladder that we ended up finding, which I thought was one that I ended up, or my mom helped me buy as I was moving in to, just more stuff to add to the condo, really. And so we went and took a look at it, ended up not being in, and it's like, okay, fine. So we started coming back, and I noticed something on the way back. In my closet, I had like a wooden filing cabinet, kind of like a wooden, plywood, plasterboard, I don't know what you want to call it, I don't know. Anyways, I noticed it actually kind of like sitting like this, underneath like a bit of roof, and I know it was mine because I recognized the handles and everything. I stopped and I stared, walked up to it. My mom was wondering like what I was doing, just kind of stared, opened it up, and I saw that the key for the top drawer was still there. Unlocked it, opened it up, and kind of insult to injury, but also useful. The deed to my home was there, untouched, completely untouched, no water damage, no nothing. Grabbed that, as well as the fob for my car, the spare one, which is already, it's useless now because I had to get the key replaced. Show that to my mom, and it's like, holy shit, that's insane. I was like, is there anything else? And I was ready to be like, no, there's nothing worth salvaging or anything like that. And I stopped, and I'm like, wait, I pull the drawers out. I mean, the thing was pretty much falling apart, so I mean, it falls out, and I get into the filing cabinet area, and I see the sleeves that are there. Sure enough, car title, a little bit of water damage, but we just let it dry. Passport, a little bit of water damage, but we just let it dry. My social security card and my birth certificate in a little plastic bag, completely untouched. Great. I don't need to replace all that. That's great. That would have been a fucking pain right there. That was insane to be able to actually find. If I did not go around with my mom, probably would never have gotten that. That helps tons. So very, very lucky to be able to actually have that happen. Extremely lucky, yes. Where was that luck when I fucking needed it? Everything was coming down. Anyways, the only thing I really wanted to get out of the rubble was that the external drive, so I could actually just upload everything. But I mean, nah, it's gone. It's whatever. I'm already I'm almost there on restarting stuff. I think we're at the point now, since I've actually set everything up and, you know, put everything together. I ended up actually I think all that's left is doing the commands and channel points again. I think that's where we're at. So I'm trying to think like a little further back. There's some other things I can do just kind of on my off time, like my Stream Deck here, which is freaking immaculate. I've needed an upgrade for a while, so I mean, this actually works pretty well. Hell, I have some sound effects now. Huh? Right there. Or, oh, you guys can't hear it. The desktop's muted. That's okay. Oh, whatever. Thank you, Tally. Yeah, it was, it's been a crazy last couple of weeks. It really has been. Oh, yeah, Mochi's still over there. Yeah, I'm sorry if I ended up actually kind of like coming, you know. Oh. No, I'll get to that here in a second. Yeah, no, I'm sorry if I ended up having like some moments of like being down, and I realize that, like, you know, you guys are all very understanding and like, you know, very, very, you know, very caring about that and loving and all that good stuff. But I mean, I still feel a little bad if I end up like coming across as like a downer, because I've never liked doing that to people. Never do. I like trying to help people and be there for people and, you know, be a source of support. And like, it feels weird for me to ask for that, you know. It just so I appreciate any patience and love and support, and I really, really do. It's been, you guys have made it a lot easier for me. You, my coworkers, my friends and family, they all have made it so incredibly easy. Yeah, so it's very slow going, as I mentioned before, and I've said it so many times, but I'll reiterate, there is still a lot of hurt, and that's not gonna go away for a while, but you know, that's okay. It'll be, I'm here. My cat is here. If my cat had not survived that, I probably would be in a much worse state, like a much worse state. I'm probably also really lucky that I didn't end up getting another cat like so early. Otherwise, I probably would have been problematic. So you had to carry Mochi out of the building in your arms. Did she struggle or mostly remain calm? No. At first, she definitely struggled. I don't know if it'll be noticeable. Hell, I don't even know if it's actually going to leave a scar. The scratches are still there, but there's some, like, you can kind of see right there along that. She ended up scratching along my the top of my finger right there. Yeah, no, she scratched and fought and bit and drew large amounts of blood from me. Yeah, because I mean, and I can't, I can't blame her. There's the smoke alarm was going off. There was smoke in the room. I was like, it was coughing up a storm. The smells were probably getting to her, sounds, all the lights outside and everything. I have no doubt in my mind that she was extremely overstimulated and scared out of her mind. So yeah, when I grabbed her, she was calm. Like I held her right here. She was just like, oh, everything's okay. I did not have it was hard for me to actually be able to actually get that stuff, get her in a carrier. I had a friend actually come out who was she was a vet tech and had like plenty of experience with doing stuff like that. So, and I didn't want to be the one to try to force her into a carrier because I don't know if that actually causes problems for her to be like, like trust issues after the fact. Grybo, hi, how goes it, man? Welcome. I'm sorry I've been absent for a while. My home burned down. In case you ended up missing those notifications. How are you? All is good, by the way. Yeah, we're kind of... Oh shit, yeah, that's where I've been. I don't know if you ended up seeing any of the stuff in the Discord or anything like that, but yeah, it was very, very seriously, my home ended up catching fire and burned down and everything with it, which is why you can see I'm in a different place. And I've been pretty lucky to be able to actually, despite the fact I lost my computer and everything, including the data for the most part, I've been very lucky with a lot of donations and help to be able to actually get me back on my feet. So that's where I'm at. No, I haven't checked Discord in a minute. No problem. Yeah. I guess just to kind of show real quick, I'll be brief with it. I mean, it's not to, yeah. So that unit right there, that top one was mine right there. Yeah, and so unfortunately everything didn't make it. Thankfully me and my cat did make it, but yeah, so it's been a wild past 2 weeks. Wow, dude, I'm so sorry. Yeah, well, I appreciate that, thank you. Unfortunately, that does mean that since I lost the data for Rocket, I'm probably gonna have to put that one on hold for a little while. No disrespect or dishonesty here with that, but I mean, whenever I have to start from square one, I find that very disheartening for some things. I had the same thing kind of happen to me with Earthbound. I got halfway through Earthbound, accidentally lost all that data, and I was like, fuck this, I'm not doing this again, not right now. So I'm sorry if I end up needing to come back to that another time. I was having a great freaking time with that game, but I mean, yeah, it's that as well as Celia. I'm sorry, people, but like for Celia's ROM hack, I gotta put that one on hold too, because yeah, I gotta start over. I have to start completely over. And we were already at it for about 5 or 6 streams, and yeah. How far did you get in Rocket? I finished the sky level. Nope, hang on, I can go further than that. Went up the elevator or down the elevator, I can't remember. It was the weird looking elevator. You know, was the, oh no, I started the jungle level. That's what it was. I started it. Well, you know what to do in Celia's, and now I know all the references. Yes, you are correct. I won't get so lost this time. Up to where you finished off, yes. It'll be a little while before I actually get back to that. I did end up getting the same external hard drive, so hopefully we'll be back on with that, being able to actually download everything on there again. Your place burnt down, you can do basically anything you want or not want to do, especially gaming wise. What I'll probably end up doing, which is actually something I wanted to cover here, it's still probably going to be another week before I actually get back into my schedule. Like kind of what I was used to, I should say. Yeah, because I mean, this weekend I'm actually helping my brother move from his apartment to his new place. So I'll likely not have time to be able to actually do things here. But I'm hoping in between the time, excuse me, from today to Thursday is what's gonna be. Or for the people who are on the other side of the globe right there, Monday through Friday, I'll probably be be able to get some stuff done. Numi, hi! Hey, bud, I saw my notification and was like, whoa. Fun story about Numi here. One of the, she's one of my friends from the high school friend group here in town. I'm not gonna lie, Numi, you kind of scared me a little bit because I'm like, what? And that's part of the friend group, where the one that ended up coming in to help with Mochi and be able to actually get her into a carrier and everything. Place was on fire. I didn't realize, Numi, that you were working in the medical center, or near it, I guess I should say. I'm standing outside with Mochi and I'm like waiting outside, and I get a phone call from Numi here. And just like, okay, pick up the phone. Hello? Goes, hey, buddy. You okay? And I'm sitting there just thinking, like, initially, I almost want to laugh despite everything, just going like, how the fuck would you know about this right now? So turns out, I think if I remember correctly, you might want to correct me here, Numi, but like you were driving home and you noticed the smoke, or you noticed the fire or something like that. And I guess thank God you did, because I told you to let the friend group know, and thank God, like, everybody was able to help out with that, especially Crystal with Mochi. Like, thank God. So Ashley said, doesn't he know you're a witch? And that's why I say, with your child over there, I was like, oh, that's right. She had angels so she could cook her whenever she becomes of age. Like, yeah, that was another lucky thing, I guess, to be able to actually, be able to have Numi there actually notice. Let's see, where did I end up leaving out? I miss you playing Arabian Flights. That's the song I had to cover of. I enjoyed Arabian Flights. 100%ing it was a pain. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think you ended up telling me that that's one of your favorite levels, Grybo, and I can see why, but at the same time, I also can be like, all right, this is starting to get a little annoying. Were you 100% on all the other I was, yes, definitely. Yeah, that level is ass to 100%. I was like, where are the rest of these fucking coins or gears or whatever they're called? I already forgot. Let's see. You can wait until the full release. That wasn't the full release? I thought she was just doing like updates or something. That's wild. I didn't realize that. Yeah, so, yeah, that level is asked 100%. Some little additions here. Because of my situation, and also how this may end up actually working out for... This is a little louder than I wanted it to be, right here. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so you what I'm hearing you say is that you would like someone to play until where you left off, then give you the save file. Against my will, I will volunteer as tribute. If you do that, I will gladly continue, yes, because me personally, I'm just like, I can't just redo this again, because it is a little discouraging, a little disheartening to do something with that. So if you want to, Grybo, I will not object whatsoever. And if you do, thank you, I appreciate that. In that case, that might change some things depending on when that save file ends up coming in, and if that's the case, then I can actually continue on with that next week. Still keep that as our Vintage Days game. As for Celia's, what I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm probably going to move on to the next game that I was going to play anyways, and that was Skate Story. I really, really want to play Skate Story so bad. Had been looking forward to that one for a while, and I'm hoping that it'll be as good as I'm hearing it to be. music and everything. Yeah, something told me to be nosy on my way home, and thank God you did. Okay, I don't really know what I would have done without Crystal, Amber, and Alex's help. Like it helped a lot. My parents were there thankfully to help, but yeah. Thank God you still did, Numi. Love you. I hope you're doing well. Listen, I may not be able to help you out monetarily, but I can contribute chronotarily, a very real word that I definitely didn't just make up, that I'm happy to help. I like that word. That totally not made up word. That's a very nice not made up word. Very much so. Another addition to the computer over there that can actually help a lot. Well, okay, also, to get ahead of it a little bit, lost my consoles and everything, which I'm gonna be honest with you, with my PS5 and my Xbox, because I was not gonna be able to actually make the use of it, am I gonna be missing that stuff? Not necessarily, especially since I moved over to my PC. Doesn't mean that I still wanted to lose it like that. Definitely did not. Still could have probably gotten like a chunk of change off of it, or eventually revisited it. I don't know. So there's that. But I also ended up losing my Switch, which is one that I was hoping to hold on to for a while, especially because you can't play anything else. So with the funds that ended up coming in, I was able to get a Switch 2 that is sitting back there. And picking up like some Switch 2 games. One of which was going to be, well, I got 5. Mario Kart World, and this is leading somewhere, by the way. Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, which I started myself. I picked up Animal Crossing New Horizons because I feel like I need that in my life right now. What was it? Kirby Air Riders, that was the other one, and Pokemon ZA, which I had said that like I probably would like to get around to playing, especially on stream. Which, speaking of, one of the additions to my PC that's there is a PCIe capture card. So the 4K Pro is what it is. That's lodged into the PC itself. I still have to test it out and make sure that everything is working properly, but if in theory it does, all I have to do is unplug my Switch and just plug it into my computer, and boom, I can have console games without a lot of like cables and everything like before, much easier. And I think that would be a fun thing to try and do. The only thing that's going to suck right now with that is that I don't have internet. Or I'm sorry, not internet. I don't have the Nintendo Switch Online, and I don't think I should be getting any new subscriptions anytime soon, honestly. So, especially for one that I don't know if I would have used. I mean, especially because I was kind of like coming off of it a little bit. Then yeah, I've used that one before. Let me know if you need help with it. With the PCIe capture card. What is it? I always forget the name of it. 4K Pro. That's what it is. The capture card. Yeah. Okay. If it's as simple as just plugging into my monitor and then plugging into plugging my console in, then yeah, definitely. I think it should be relatively easy, but if I have any issues and you know how to deal with it, then yeah, I'll be sure to actually keep up with you there. Yeah, so that might be a fun thing to actually do, and might give me a reason to continue with the Switch 2 exclusive games, which is exactly what I would be using it for. So that's something to think about. I just realized my Shen is pissed that he's not here right now. Let me see. Am I forgetting anything else in terms of like specifics? I'm rambling a lot, and this is just very much a just more of an update stream than anything. I wasn't planning on playing anything. I don't even have any games downloaded or anything like that. There is a little bit of like the worry about doing so. I don't know, something about like I was able to build just fine I mean, it's working. I'm here. I'm right. Like everything's all good. I haven't had any dips. It doesn't look like. So I mean, I think we're okay. But yeah, still, it's just like you get a little nervous, like whenever you start doing all that stuff, especially coming out of what the situation I've been in. And I'm just like, no. Yeah. So it's been a wild ride. For sure. I just had to replace my GPU, so I feel you. What'd you replace it with? If you don't mind me asking, of course. What did you have before, and what did you replace it with? 5070. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I ended up. My old PC had a 5080, and since losing that, I was like, no, I want my stuff back. I want my stuff. So I ended up, I had my coworkers who ended up actually gifting me the PC over there. And thank God they did. Seriously, it would have been, it's helped a ton having all that. And they had a 3080 installed, in which I see you had right there. And it probably would have done well with the PC the CPU that was in there, but I really wanted my stuff back. I was very, very determined about trying to get my stuff. Don't know why. I'm just being picky, I guess. But I guess I'm allowed to at the moment. So, I'm both like wondering if I'm forgetting to mention anything, and then also not wanting to go just because I've missed this so incredibly much. Like, you have no idea. I've going 2 weeks without the stream has like just been for me. Like I really wish I could have just continued on. I was gonna say you're allowed to. Thank you, Numi. And with a lot of the financial support that a lot of people have offered, and thankfully, again, you missed it, but I mean, I'm staying here at my uncle's place, and not really needing to buy furniture, not needing to, not really needing to worry too much about rent or anything like that. And with some of the stuff that's helped, it's like, okay, well, I want to rebuild what I have, like for fun. So. But anyways, didn't want this stream to go too long. Apologies if it's just been rambly. Okay, I love to talk, and then my ADHD does not allow me to shut the hell up like I need to. I feel like I'm missing just one other thing, and I don't know what it is. It seems to happen every single stream. I have no idea why, but I think we'll go ahead and call it right there. I think we should be okay. I'm okay. Everything is okay. It was a lot. There's a lot that happened. Oh my God. I'll let you know once I get rocket out to you. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, definitely keep me posted, and I'll be happy to continue that. If you can get it done before next week, then I mean, solid, even better, of course. But we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. So, much love to you guys. Thank you so much for the patience. So much for for the love and support. Much love to you guys. And you as well, Evie. Thank you so much. You guys are great. You guys are fantastic. Much appreciated. Big hugs to all of you guys. Big hugs. Big hugs. As is tradition, All right. So hopefully I'll be back on next week. Back to my usual time of my afternoon or evening, I guess, really. Oh, you know what? That's one thing I actually forgot to mention was no cat cam anymore, unfortunately. I need to... Oh, Beebs! Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, man. Thank you so much for coming in. Well, I ended up actually covering most of the things. Yes, I'm so sorry. I just got home. Well, I mean, I can give you a brief rundown of things if you needed to. I've actually like been kind of like biding my time a little bit just because I don't want to go like to turn the stream off because I've missed this so incredibly much. But I mean, I don't know. If you give me an excuse to actually stay here, aside from, you know, you being here, of course, which is more than enough to be an excuse. How are you doing, Beebs? Everything all good? Having a good time? Hang on. You know what? Hang on 1 second. One thing that hasn't changed, I'll tell you that much for sure, clearing my sinuses. Hang on 1 second. Okie doke. Okay. I'm good. Happy to see you back. I'm happy to be back. It's a long road, a tough couple of weeks, but you know, we're you know, me and my cat are alive well. My uncle is allowing me to stay at this place for, you know, relatively cheap, helping me kind of save my money. I ended up going over some pictures with my with the fire and everything, and showing some updates and giving all sorts of updates. And it's been a lot, and it's been pretty overwhelming. But I think everything should hopefully be okay. Hopefully we can actually be back to. I have to watch the VOD to catch up. That's right. I forgot, Grab. I got to watch the VOD to catch up. Yes, and I didn't want this to be too long for people to actually, you know, go back. Which, I mean, you can actually watch the VOD here on Twitch, or you can, you know, watch it also on YouTube. Full disclosure, on YouTube, I did use the picture of my condo on fire as the thumbnail, which I'm not using that as like a sympathy thing. It's just more so to kind of give you like, hey, here's an update. This is what happened. This is what it's like. This is serious, relatively serious. You know, I'm feeling better than I did. I should mention that as well. I'm feeling better than I did 2 weeks ago. You know, like I mentioned before, I'll repeat it one more time. You know, still a lot of hurt, but I'm here. I'm breathing. Everyone's been so lovely and helpful, and I'm very, very appreciative of everything. You know, much love to all of you guys. But okay. I probably should go ahead and try to cut it off right there. I'm so sorry to do this like while you just made it in, Beebs. I'm so incredibly sorry, but I want to get those channel points back up for you guys. Hopefully I'll be back on come next week. It's been long, and it's been very it's been long. It's been very taxing, you know. So anyways, much love, big hugs to all of you guys. Bigger hug to Evie. Thank you so very much. You guys are all fantastic and lovely and amazing. All right, and hopefully we'll be back on come next week on, I'm gonna say my Monday. All right, for people who are outside for like Imp, it'll be your Tuesday, of course, but we shall see. A whole bunch of stuff is gonna be hopefully figured out. All right. So we'll talk again here real soon. Thank you guys so very much. I'm not going to do the outro. It doesn't feel very appropriate for this. So all I'll say, I love all of you. You guys are fantastic and lovely and amazing. And hopefully we can actually see you again here next week. Okay. Thank you guys so very much. The GoFundMe late, too late. It's closed. No, okay, no joke. It actually is. It is done. I appreciate that. Yes, seriously, so very much. But we reached 100%, and I don't want to end up, you know, trying to buy, you know, pull more and feel like I'm trying to take advantage again. And I'm one of those. I don't want to take advantage of people. So I'm sorry, but it is closed now. All right. Thank you though. Thank you so much. All right. Hopefully, you know, again, I think we should have everything under control, thankfully, hopefully. Any little thing makes my heart fucking skip a beat, but I mean, hopefully we should be okay. So anyways, thank you, all right? Thank you guys. I love all of you. You guys are fantastic and amazing and much love. And we will see you guys hopefully come tomorrow. I'm sorry, not tomorrow. What the fuck? I haven't even been drinking. The smoke is getting to my head, sorry. All right, anyways, next week is what I meant to say. Thank you, much love, bye. Have a very good day.